But AIDS is the price that we're both not paying.
Tell your partner.
AIDS,
you're not having it.
Welcome back to the Headbangers Ball. We're hanging out with the Scorpions, and right now,
entrepreneur of concrete foundations, forum, concrete, marketing, everything. So what are some of the highlights of this year's foundations?
The highlights this year for me, well, I have to put at the top of the list for the personal favorites, Scorpions and Kiss, performing in a venue that holds about 1,000 people, and these guys are playing all heavy stuff. The Kiss guys are only going to play songs off the first 4 records. They got songs they haven't played in 15 years.
Right now, I hope you guys are enjoying this because right now I'm missing some of my favorite bands. So you sit right back there. I'm going to check out the bands. Me and Bob are going to walk around and schmooze a little bit.
It's about time.
New Soft Lips. Lip protection for soft, healthy lips.
Headbangers Ball at Foundations Forum 93, obviously hanging out with Gene and Paul from Kiss. And we are always getting letters. Every time that we have you guys on the show, we get letters. How can you get back copies of videotapes, of interviews with you? So we've just realized to get you on possibly as much possible on the Headbangers Ball, just squeeze as much ratings as we can from having you guys on.
That's a fine idea. In fact, if anybody wants old stuff, I'm sure they can get it through the fans. We've got bootlegs up the wazoo.
Does that kind of bug you, or do you look at it as flattery? Because there's bootleg Kiss everything.
All that stuff is real flattering. When fans want to have a part of what you've been doing or when they want a little piece of history, that's fine. Sometimes I don't dig it when somebody's making big bucks selling your stuff, but you can't blame fans for wanting the stuff. You're going to know what that's like when they start bootlegging the show tonight.
Or your band, Battery. What's
going on tonight just before us, and I was just telling Ricky that by the time they tear the stage apart, I'm not going out there for like an hour. I'm going to let the crowd cool down because this is going to be a hard act.
You know what? If we didn't have enough pressure for us playing tonight before you guys, you have to say stuff like that. And it's like, let's talk about you, right? I don't even want to.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll be watching you when you're on.
Oh, let's make it even worse. Let's talk.
In fact, we always find the bootlegs in the strangest places. We're here at the Foundation Forum live with Ricky Rackman right here on MTV. Yeah. And some guy walked up and said, "Hey, you seen this?" Well, we don't want to advertise it, but there's not a bootleg.
I'm the one selling them, by the way. Anyways, we're going to be back talking to Kiss, find out why they are at Foundations Forum 93.
Maybe you can tell us.
What? Huh? Because we want you to play after us. So, anyways, we'll be back with more Headbangers Ball. But right now, let's play a video from Therapy. Headbangers Ball at Foundations Forum 93, hanging out with Gene and Paul. And Foundations Forum is a real good thing for new bands to kind of get to play for the industry and a lot of the rock fans. But why would a band, I mean, this is something that's obviously for us fans, and even the industry people who are probably deep down fans get to see Kiss. Why are you playing this thing?
We actually live right down the block, so it was a way to do a gig. And look, the bottom line is we like to play. And so you combine that with somebody wanting to give you an award for 20 years of doing something, we don't know what, Lifetime Achievement Award, and it made sense. And it was a chance for us to, crank up the guitars and do some tunes we hadn't done in about 20 years.
Hey, one thing I want to mention about playing that I noticed watching you guys that was real nice, we've worked backstage with countless bands, and they have a tech sound check for them, and they have this, play half song, sounds good, okay, go. We watched your sound check. We were back there. You guys were sound checking for like 20 minutes and just playing like 8 songs, and I mean, it was like fun. It was like our mini Kiss concert.
Anytime you're going to do something, you got to do it right. I mean, this rock star nonsense, that kind of stuff. You're here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, tonight we're going to do our best to kick everybody in the pants and make them know why we're closing the show. So, James Bond over there.
Gene just got hit with a light, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, of course, when we sound check, It's not our road crew sound checking. It's not us phoning in our parts from another room. I mean, we want to make sure it's right, because when we go out there tonight, we're going to be playing songs, some that we've never played before, some that we haven't played in 15 years. And it's for you, and for us.
And you? Kiss, playing the Burbank Hilton, not known for its epicenter of rock and roll, but tonight the Hilton will never, ever, ever be the same. We'll be back with more Headbangers Ball from Foundation Form 93.
Our stuff's been repeated too many times.
Not anymore.
Balance just for you.
We're backstage sort of in a hotel, hanging out with Kiss at Foundations Forum 93, and you guys are going to be playing tonight at the Burbank Hilton. And one thing that a lot of people have been talking about, I mean, I was at the Video Music Awards, I met Lenny Kravitz. He's like, I go, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm going to be doing this Kiss record. And then you'll go somewhere else, and somebody's doing, we're doing this Kiss record. I mean, everybody has been hearing so much about it. Tell us a little bit about this Kiss tribute record.
Well, actually, it's Gene's kind of been more the overseer. Nobody in the band is producing any of the acts, although I think Gene and Paul did produce just the Anthrax track, which they did She. But what we were trying to have everyone do, we're getting a real diversified cross-section of bands and have everyone go in and do, you know, make a Kiss song sound like you, like your own kind of band. So Lenny Kravitz, I heard his version of Deuce, and he had Stevie Wonder playing harmonica solo on it. And it sounds, I mean, I don't want to say what it sounds like. You got to hear it for yourself, but it just sounds really great, and it's got his kind of like touch on it. You hear it, and you go, yeah, that's Lenny Kravitz.
Garth Brooks, Hard Luck Woman.
Yeah, that was great. We all went to Nashville to actually be his like backup band, which was kind of a trip.
Was Garth a Kiss fan?
Big Kiss fan, apparently.
It's got to be mean just to find out everybody was a Kiss fan. I mean, you run into all sorts of people, and everybody can remember stuff with Kiss.
He cornered Paul, and he starts talking about the Destroyer tour and that album and how he used to dress up and do God of Thunder. Garth Brooks doing God of Thunder. I'd love to see that. But it's just very cool that these bands, again, we're not telling them what to do. You know, we're saying, hey, what old Kiss song you want to do, or a new one if they want. But you know, they're all picking what I guess moved for them, and they feel that they can interpret well for them. You know, it's really cool.
Okay, now Kiss Alive 3 is out. It's another killer Kiss live record. Real quick, because we don't have much time, I want to know, any talk about going to the studio now and working on the next Kiss record?
Well, actually, we've been doing demos in between these little projects we've been doing all year, working on new ideas. We'll probably, actually after Foundations, we'll probably start really getting serious with the riffs and get down to it probably in January when we're in the studio.
Gene and Paul don't ever say, hey, just take a couple years off, no records. It's like, no, more records, more records.
No, we want to keep moving forward. This is not the kind of band where we're like lazy rock stars.
I think everybody that's out there that's a Kiss fan is very happy about that. We're going to be back with more Headbangers Ball, but right now, let's play a Kiss live video for you. We'll be back with more from Foundations Forum 93.